Most of us think we're awake, but we're not very aware. We're good at thinking, reacting, worrying, replaying conversations, planning arguments that will never happen, but actually living in the moment, almost never. And that's why people feel tired all the time. All that thinking and worrying wastes so much energy. That's why stress feels constant. And that's why life feels like it's just happening to us. Today, I want to talk about what it really means to live an active life. Not physically active, but consciously active. Because the quality of your life is directly tied to the quality of your awareness. Here's the truth most of us never realize. We're not living our life, we're living our thoughts. We are stuck inside of our thoughts. From the moment we wake up, the mind is already running, saying, I'm so tired. I don't want to go to work. Why did that person say that to me yesterday? What if something bad happens to me today? What if this or that doesn't work out? But we never step back to observe these thoughts. We have become trapped inside of them. Imagine watching a movie so intensely that you forget you're sitting in a cinema. That's what most of us are doing with our thoughts. We are completely identified with the mind. No distance, no awareness, no observation. When we don't observe the mind, we remain a victim to the endless thoughts it creates, which steal our attention, causing unconscious reactions within us, which lead to more thoughts and then more reactions, and the cycle just continues. Self-observation or active awareness is the key to overcoming this unconscious pattern happening within us. Now, when I say to live an active life, I don't mean hustling, grinding, optimizing your calendar, or being physically active all the time. What I mean is to actively use your awareness from moment to moment instead of running on autopilot. How much of the time are you running on autopilot? How often are you just going through the motions? It's good to reflect and be aware of this, as this is the first step to living a more consciously active life. Active awareness is like turning on a light in a dark room. We use this light to clearly see ourselves in our surroundings. This light of awareness is not the thoughts, emotions, or reactions happening inside us. It simply sees all these things and continues to observe them passively. We need to learn how to turn on and direct this light. An actively aware person can move that light of awareness onto their breath, onto their body, onto their surroundings, their emotions, their thoughts, onto everything inside and outside of them, at the same time as the observer. And that shift is everything. Because the moment you can observe a thought, you are no longer trapped inside of it. Instead of, I'm so stressed, I've got so much to do, it becomes, I notice the feeling of stress arising in my body and in my thoughts, and I'm choosing not to be taken over by this unconscious behavior. I'm keeping a very close eye on it as it arises and passes, just like a wave in the ocean. That's true freedom. Most people I know say their memory is pretty bad, but memory doesn't fail because the brain is broken. It fails because attention was never there to begin with. They weren't consciously active. If you walk into a room while thinking about work, scrolling on your phone, or replaying an argument, you were never really there. No awareness equals no memory. Awareness is what records the experience. When you become present, you remember conversations, you remember where you put things, you notice small details, and you feel genuinely more alive. Now let's talk about the body. Most of us live from the neck up, completely stuck in our heads. We don't notice the tension in our shoulders, the shallow breathing, the jaw that's always clenched, the poor posture. We only notice the body when it hurts. To live actively means you are consistently placing awareness into the body from moment to moment. When awareness goes into the body, thinking naturally quiets down. You can't be fully present in your breath and fully lost in anxious thinking at the same time. The body anchors awareness into reality. Focusing on the breath is what grounds your awareness back into the body. Here's where this gets interesting. We've been told by thought leaders, authors, and teachers to build habits, set up daily habits. This is how you become successful. But what are habits? Habits are unconscious repetition. What I've been talking about so far is active conscious presence. These two ideas pull in opposite directions. Habits can be useful at first, but if you stay stuck in habit mode, you'll live mechanically without conscious awareness. You'll eat without tasting, drive without seeing, talk without listening, and exercise without feeling. An active life means you don't just do the habit, you are fully aware while doing it. You're not a robot performing routines, you're conscious inside and observing the action. That's the difference between going to the gym out of routine or habit versus intentionally going to the gym and feeling every moment, every breath, and every sensation. Same action, completely different level of life. When awareness becomes active, life changes fast. You become more relaxed because you're not fighting thoughts all day. You become healthier because you actually feel the body. You become emotionally stable because you see emotions instead of being trapped inside of them. And you genuinely become better at just about everything because attention is power and you've taken back control of that power. Performance improves because focus improves. Relationships improve because you actually listen. Stress drops because you're no longer lost in imaginary futures. You start living in reality, not in mental simulations. So how do you actually live a consciously active life? Luckily, this doesn't require a special retreat or spiritual awakening. You can start simple. Start by bringing awareness into the body. Several times a day, just feel your body. Feel your hands, feel your feet, and feel your breath. Notice the sensations of each of these body parts. Notice the sensations of the breath as you inhale and exhale. Observe your thoughts for at least 10 minutes a day, ideally in a quiet place with your eyes closed. Don't try to stop thinking, just observe them, just like clouds passing by. Do every daily task with full presence, whether that be cooking a meal, washing the dishes, going for a walk. Give each moment your full attention. Notice tension. When you spot tension, physically or mentally, consciously feel it, allow it to be there. Soon you will notice that the tension or stress dissolves as your awareness replaces it. This is the essence of meditation. Too much thinking is the biggest, sneakiest way in which our energy is wasted. We need to take back this energy by being present. We don't need another coffee, energy drink, or magic pill. We need to tap into the energy within. Living an active life means waking up inside your own experience. It means to stop being dragged around by thoughts, habits, and reactions all day. And when this happens, you start participating in your life consciously. And once awareness turns on, you don't just exist anymore. You actually live.